whatever, you can let it make you feel however you want to make it feel, but you got to deal with it as it comes. Just like everything else in life. So life is, I feel like 20% what happens to you and 80% how you react to it. And you can react by getting back in the gym and getting better, or you can pout about it for the next month about how, you know, nobody wants to fight you or this or that. So there are plenty of people out there, I'm sure, that want to crack at it, but it's all about just staying in the gym and staying ready. Show up and fight. You know, I mean, I train for everything. I train to be ready for the striking, the grappling, the wrestling. I don't really gravitate towards any one thing in particular, but you know, I'm just gonna show up and get my hand raised. That's what I've always done. I see it all the time. I'm not gonna name names, but like, how many fighters have we all heard of who aren't in the gym unless they're 6 weeks out from a fight? That's absolutely never been me. I love training. I thrive on training. If I'm not in the gym training, I feel like I'm wasting my life. So like, break or not, I was in here getting better every day. You know what I mean? And my teammates had big fights. You know, I train with, the regular people I train with are, you know, like Linton Vassell, Volkan Ozdemir, that's just to name a couple, Anthony Rumble Johnson. All those guys had fights between when I was supposed to fight last and between this last time. And I didn't get to take a break, you know what I mean? When those guys were in the gym, I was in there helping them get ready, you know what I mean? And that doesn't just mean like, oh, I showed up and helped them spar. I was in here drilling. I was in here working on my stuff. Whenever I could grab Greg or Henry or Gilbert or Herbert or any of the other coaches for a private, man, you bet I was in here. I was in here lifting. I was in here drilling. So like that break, like, if you want to even call it that, that break really wasn't what most people would deem a break. I treated it like the whole time I was in pre-camp. The only thing that changed whenever it came to 8 weeks before the fight is I signed a piece of paperwork, really. The training became a little bit more focused. And that's not to say it wasn't intense. It was just more focused, you know what I mean? Like more specific to what's going to happen fight night. But, you know, to directly answer your question, yeah, the break helped because I wasn't taking a break. Whenever the cage door closes, I really just go into my body. I just kind of let whatever happens, happens. And, yeah, I mean, as you heard from the amateurs from now, the amateur career to now, like it's panned out pretty well for me so far. I've been getting ready for showing up and fighting good guys that nobody's heard of yet my whole career. So whether I'm going to show up and fight a guy that I know nothing about, or show up and fight a guy that I know is a beast, you know, and as is the case with this fight, you know, I mean, he's in the middle. I know a little bit about him, but I know he's tough. It's kind of like I just feel like I'm ready, you know what I mean? So to train with the good guys, the guys who've already made it, you know what I mean? It just makes me feel like I'm that much more prepared. That's already a look that I've gotten in the gym. I feel like the favorite and the A side and the B side really aren't like, I feel like they don't exist, you know what I mean? Whoever shows up and wants it more is going to win. And it doesn't matter what the odds makers have to say about it.
Let's see, hard work on you guys. Let's go, 1, 2, 3.
What's up, guys? Steven Mowry. Make sure you show up August 18th to watch me fight at Titan FC 45, only on UFC Fight Pass.